But a lot of blue and white will head to the O2 this Saturday because former heavyweight champion, the current WBO interim champion, Joseph Parker, takes on Ipswich boy on the WBA interim heavyweight champion, Fabio Wardley, live from the O2. The winner will all but guarantee themselves a shot at one of the undisputed champion Usyk's belts. Watch live this Saturday. It's only on DAZN, of course. It's live on talkSPORT.
Boxing Update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Buy now at dazn.com/boxing.
I'm happy that he put up his hand. There are a lot of fighters that say they want to fight, but they fight anyone. But they're just saying it, you know?
Past this fight is the Oleksandr Usyk fight, and that's not a massive fight. That is the fight. That is everything.
The winner of it will be the next challenger to Usyk.
He's a WBA mandatory. I'm WBO, but we're not going to sit around and wait. We want to be busy.
Big right hand there from Parker, and down goes McCauley. This is great work from Parker. The legs are completely gone of Wilder.
Big Joseph Parker!
I think this is a good example of we will fight anyone.
Oh, he's put him down. I don't believe it. Wardley has put Wardley down with a right hand. Fabio Wardley.
The real drama, the real excitement will come on the 25th.
Yeah, that's right. Our expert boxing team will keep you right across a busy fight week. Don't forget, you can watch along with us on the night of the fight over on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. Joseph Parker was ordered to fight Usyk next for a chance at the undisputed heavyweight crown, but he opted to take on Wardley instead while Usyk is out injured. So let's get a little bit more on this fight and cross over to talkSPORT's boxing pundit, Gareth A Davis. Gareth, a very good morning.
Morning, Gareth.
Good morning, Alan. Morning, Ray. How are you this morning?
Good. Looking forward to this. Gareth, Ipswich boy, Wardley, taller of the two, but Parker is an accomplished fighter. Will he be too smart for Wardley?
Well, you look back in history, Al, and it's really interesting. When Joseph Parker won the vacant WBO title in Auckland against Andy Ruiz just over 10 years ago, or 9.5 years ago, Fabio Wardley was having his first white collar fight, unlicensed white collar fight. 4 white collar fights and then 20 fights undefeated in his career so far. It's an unbelievable stat, and he's come so far. Look, he's got dangerous equalising power, but Parker is so much more the experienced fighter who's been in against probably 2 levels above where Fabio's fought so far.
Yeah. How big is the gap between the quality between these two fighting at the weekend and Usyk? Gareth?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. There's a 2-tier kind of heavyweight division right now. You've got Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury at one level, and obviously Fury's still in abeyance at the moment, or his career is certainly. I think Usyk is the guy to beat in the division. He's the standout in this era, and I think I'm not sure that Parker or Agit Kabayel or Fabio Wardley or any of these guys maybe save Moses Itauma in about a year's time is probably the only one who's going to challenge Usyk if he stays around long enough.
Where is I was just thinking, I was watching earlier some highlights of American football and stuff like that. Gareth, where is the big American heavyweights now? Is it? Someone said to me they feel it's too tough. They go into football and other games now rather than take on the brutal sport that is boxing at the highest level.
Yeah, it's a very good point, Al. I think, American football and basketball have taken over with the big guys in America, and people don't want to get punched in the face for a living, punched in the head for a living, and it has fallen away from that great era of Foreman, Ali, Holmes, and then on to Holyfield and Lewis and all these guys, Mike Tyson, that were fighting in America. It's a very slumbering kind of landscape for heavyweight boxing in America. Maybe Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White are going to change all that, but right now, that heavyweight landscape is wide open, and Deontay Wilder's very much at the end, as Joseph Parker showed against him just over a year ago in really making him a busted flush that night in Riyadh.
Can we see AJ back or Fury? What's happening with him, Gareth?
Well, we're hearing that AJ may have a warm-up fight in Africa at some point early new year, and I spoke to Spencer Brown and Frank Warren yesterday, and they really don't know when Tyson Fury is coming back, even though they think he will come back in 2026. It's 10 years that for the first time in 10 years, we haven't seen either AJ or Tyson Fury in a ring in an entire year, and I think we've missed.
10 years. Wow.
Yeah.
What about, so Gareth, just sum up the fight. Parker, the busy of the two. Fabio just trying to nail him a big one.
Yeah, I mean, it's an intriguing fight, Al, simply because Fabio has knocked out 18 of his 19 victims in the ring. He's got an equalising power. He's an extraordinary character. He's full of confidence. He's a big man. He doesn't have the boxing skills of Joseph Parker, who really, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Derek Chisora, Joe Joyce, Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang, Martin Bakole. He's been in against a phalanx of great fighters. There is a big gulf in experience and class between them so far, but it's heavyweight boxing. One big punch could really change it. But if Joseph Parker, who's earning 2.4 million for this, and I think Fabio about $1 million at the O2 Arena, I wouldn't be surprised if Joseph Parker outboxes him, maybe has a little bit of drama early on, but it'll be a Cinderella man fairy tale story for Fabio Wardley if he can pull this off and then fight for the undisputed title. Thinking that 8 years ago he was working as a recruitment consultant, and as I say, in white collar boxing, and he's made his way all the way to the top of the sport. Be an extraordinary story. So he's got a puncher's chance, but I think Joseph Parker is a big favourite in this fight.
Yeah, Gareth, before you go, just anything else happening at different weights, other weights?
Yeah, we're going to see Ezra Taylor in against Steed Woodhall, a late replacement. Ezra Taylor, for me, is a very, very promising light heavyweight under Malik Scott, who we all know so well, who's always over here. Obviously, Kate Abdo's husband, been around the sport a long time, trained Deontay Wilder, and I'm very interested in the progress of Royston Barney-Smith, the super featherweight who's boxing, one of the young stars in Frank Warren's stable. It's going to be a great night on Saturday night. Don't miss it. We're on talkSPORT 2 from 7:30, and then on the main station at 10 p.m. Myself, Paul Smith, Spencer Oliver and Andy Clark.
Nice one, pal. Thank you,
Cheers,
Gareth. Gareth A Davis looking ahead to Parker against Wardley. Coming up, joined live by a man who knows Sean Dyche very well. Charlie Austin is with us next up to explain why Sean is the right man to get Forrest firing again.